Okay, so normally I would not do this extensive of a review or lesson on review materials, what I should say. But this material is extremely important. So I need y'all taking notes because come tomorrow, we're going to go through the answers of these, and you need to be sure and understand how these work. So you're going to start seeing a pattern. So I'm going to try to hand pick a few of these problems to work that will help you work the other problems. So this is on composite functions. Okay, so everybody look at number 1A. Okay, look at number 1A. It says f of x equals 0, and they want you to solve that. Now you might be thinking, how in the world am I going to solve f of x equals 0? Okay, well, what is the f of x at the very top of the page? X squared minus 4x plus 3, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Okay. Now we can solve this by two different ways. The quadratic formula method is the easiest method. Do all of you have your calculators? Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is our A is what? A comes in front of x squared. So my A is 1. My B is, where does B come in front of?
4.
Well, what does B come in front of?
3.
Up here. See? If A comes in front of x squared, B comes in front of x. So B is -4, and C is 3. Now, I don't have one of those calculators on my board up here, so I need you to help each other out. I want you to store 1 as A. So type in 1, store. The store button is right above on. Bottom left. And right above the store, do you see it says X?
Yes.
Y, Z, A, B, C, D? Or A, B, C, T maybe? So hit it until you see the A and press enter. And we'll come around and look. Yeah, just keep going. There you go. You may miss it. Press enter. 1, store as A. Press enter. And it'll say 1. Now we're going to store -4 and type in the -4, not -4, and store it as B. It's under 3.
Dang, you need a serious.
Store the -4 as B. So -4, store as B. Press enter. 1 gets stored as A. Store. Hit that, no. 1, store, and hit that till you see A. Oh. Press enter. Now do -4, -4, store, and keep hitting till you get B. Press enter. Now store C as 3, or 3 store C.
Oh my God.
No, it'll stay in there. It'll stay in there until you store something else as A. That'll stay in there. Okay, now everybody right now hit your fraction key. Hit your fraction key. Guys, once you have those things stored as A, B, and C, they don't go away. They're stored like as in a computer. They are there. So if you've got an A, a B, and a C, and you do any type of calculation, it's going to use the last thing stores. So everybody hit your fraction key right now. And type in the quadratic formula, negative B plus square root. Now, y'all just do negative B plus square root. Fraction key, negative B.
Square root of what?
No, not two negatives, dear. I'll tell y'all, but don't get ahead of me. Negative B plus square root. Fraction key. Fraction key. Fraction key. Negative B plus square root. Let me see yours. Okay. Let me see. You should have negative B plus. You don't have a plus in there, my dear. No, square root, not square. Negative B plus square root.
My name.
No, you're not in fraction key. No, that one. Fraction negative B plus square root.
Watching this video.
Now y'all got to listen to me because I cannot spend all day going around and looking at 19 calculators. Type in B and then square it and make sure that you use the x squared button. B squared. Kind of help check your friend.
No, wait.
Okay. Now, minus. Hit the minus sign, not the negative, but the minus.
Wait.
I already pressed it.
Okay.
Shh. Y'all not listening.
Fine.
You've already got the minus.
Oh, she messed it up.
Okay. 4 times A and then hit another times C. Now go down to the denominator and type 2 times A. Yep.
Press enter.
Oh my
And
gosh.
press enter.
I got three.
I got three.
You got three.
I got S.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Wait.
This took a while.
I did everything correct. And I got negative 2. Let me see it. What did I get?
You got a sentence.
I got it.
Oh, let me see. Where your own? Where your own?
So what else?
Oh my, that's how you say
Oh,
That,
Well,
looks
right.
it looks right.
I just cleared all.
You should have gotten 3. So write down 3 as one of the answers. Now, okay, go back up to the equation.
This takes too long.
You can do it by hand.
Will it take longer?
Yes.
Yeah.
So go back up to where the whole this thing is highlighted. Go back up to where that's highlighted and press enter.
Enter.
Now go back through it
What is this?
and change. All you have to do is change that from a plus to a minus.
Wait.
Now I got a domain. I've done something. I got it on this earlier.
You just have to stop. That's why I'm got.
I got -4.
I got one.
I got one too.
Brandon, you got
I got one.
Should be 3 and 1.
It didn't keep my thing.
It should work now.
3 plus 2 minus.
Oh, it's
Oh,
weird.
I got 1. I put it here.
Well, not
Hey, I got
clear
it.
it. You
I
just.
got that. Hold
Alright, y'all need to go back up and change the plus to a minus. And you have to understand in this formula, you can't put a negative in for a minus, you can't put a minus in for a negative. The negative is down there beside the decimal, in parentheses.
on.
You got the,
Yeah, I got -4. I was really gonna put the minus in.
so you got 3 and 1.
Shit. Let me restart this.
Oh my
You're gonna
god.
have to.
Drop the plate.
Oh,
Shh.
here.
Okay, so you're good. You're good. Got 3
I
and
got
1?
some tech here.
3 and 1. Did you get 3 and 1?
A little
Put
bit.
a minus there. Don't insert, don't delete out. Just change it.
He's gonna come back and be like, what the crap did I miss?
Minus, don't delete it, don't change anything.
Oh my goodness. We gonna get this error?
You have to put in A, B, and C, not all that. Now you have to put the number in first. 1 store as A. Y'all hush! Okay, y'all go ahead and get started on this. Now, the good news is, once you do those 2 equations in that calculator, unless you clear the memory, they will stay there. So for every other one after that, you just put in a new A, B, and C, go back up and find that particular formula, press enter, you got it. Okay? All right, now, so your answers there are 3 and 1.
Yeah, that way.
Okay,
Wait for that one thing or for both?
that was just for 1A. 3 and 1. Now, everybody look at 1B. What does this mean for us to do?
God, flip it.
Well, it means inverse. So, of which equation?
I did it.
Yay!
All I have is 3.
Okay, so guys, everybody, you've got to focus up here because you're not going to be able to do this packet unless you pay attention to me. So, when you're finding inverse, remember, the y becomes x, the x becomes y, and then you solve for y.
I'm talking to you.
That's nothing to do on the calculator. You can't do that on the calculator.
Oh.
Y'all need, this is not going away, and we have done this, I know, twice before.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you see something raised to the -1 power, that's inverse. The y becomes x and the x becomes y, and then you get y by itself. Okay? Now look at 1c. Solve. Well, what am I supposed to be solving with 1c?
Solve f of x equals 0 x.
So what is your f of x?
X
squared
minus 4x plus 3.
And I'm supposed to equal it to,
2x minus 1.
okay, 2x minus 1. Y'all need to be writing things down. I can do this. You said this is not a spectator sport. Now, what do you imagine I would do at this point?
Subtract 3.
Add 1.
I'm going to get everything on one side. No.
Add 2x.
Well, I'm going to subtract 2x first. And then I'm going to add 1. Now, I have another quadratic here. How do I know it's a quadratic?
Things equals 0.
No, I can say 3x plus 4 equals 0. It's not a quadratic. How do I know it's a quadratic? You've got a what? X squared. This, and y'all need to be making notes because you need to refer to this. That term right there, the x squared, is what makes it a quadratic. So how would I solve this? Quadratic formula. So, what is your A?
A equals 1.
What's your B? What is your C? So right now, go and store 1 as A, -6 as B, and 4 as C. Do you need to retype that whole formula in there again? No, I'm already getting head shaking. So go back up and find it. After you get all 3 of those stored, go back up and find the one that says -B plus first. And press enter. And press enter again. And it said give it to me in 2 decimal places. So you get this square root of 5 plus 3. How do I change that to what?
Oh my goodness.
Is that square root of 6 and I just didn't see it correctly?
You can see where I stored these two.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was not. Did you store 1 as A, -6 as B, and 4 as C?
Press enter.
I don't get what to do.
I got square root of 5.
Square root of 5 plus 3 is what you should get.
Oh yeah, I got
Okay. Now, is that to a decimal place?
5.23.
Hit the 2 arrows above enter. Hit the little button above enter, and then it will change that. Press enter. 5.2 what? 4. If you don't give me the correct rounding, you will not get the points. So 5.24 is one answer. What will be the other one? Go up and get the what? -B minus. You never put, we'll go back up and change the one that you've got. Just go, don't insert, don't delete.
76.
Just put minus right there. Press enter. And hit that. Okay, 0.76. That's your other answer. Okay. All right. Now let's look at 1D. 1D says G of F of negative 2. G of F of negative 2. What do I do with that? Because guys, we did this probably about a month ago.
You put the negative 2 into the F.
You put the negative 2 into the F. So everybody do negative 2 store as X. Do negative 2 store as X.
Okay.
And type in the F equation. What is the F equation?
Minus B plus.
What is the F equation?
X
squared minus
4x.
X squared minus 4x plus 3. Type that in and press enter and tell me what you get. 15. Now, is that my answer?
No.
No, that's F of negative 2. So now what do you think I do?
Put it in store.
Store negative 15 as X.
Well, where'd you negative 15 from?
The negative 2.
Oh, negative 2, okay.
I got 15.
Oh, is it just positive 15? I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I heard y'all say negative. All right, so 15 gets stored as X, and then you type in which
29.
equation?
And the G.
The G.
29.
2x minus 1, and your answer is 29. Now that's what goes in the blank. Okay, now let's look at,
I thought you said this was easy.
I didn't say it was easy. Let's look at 1E. I said we've done it before. Maybe I did, I don't know.
She said that angles were done.
Our lesson.
The lesson is easy today. The new lesson is easy. I didn't say this one. This is not the new lesson. Okay, let's look at E. Shh, guys, I need your attention. Let's look at E. F of G of X. Okay, what do I do?
You put the G.
You put the G into the F. What is the G?
2x.
But how many X terms does F have? 2. So the first X term is what?
X squared.
Minus 4 times plus 3. And it's said to what? Simplify. So can I leave it like that?
See, we did this. I know this.
Yes. We've also done the numbers and we've also done the inverse. The only thing we really and we've done the quadratic formula, but we never used our calculators. Okay? So, what am I going to do about this term right here? Is that going to be 4x squared plus 1? Tell me how I'm going to work that out. 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. So we've got to multiply it twice. So 4x squared, that's correct. No.
4 squared.
Minus 2x minus 2x plus 1. So that's 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. Now what would I do about this right here? Distribute. So what does that become? Negative 8x plus 4. And then finally plus 3. So let's simplify this. 4x squared, I have no other x squares. I have a negative 4x minus 8x. So what does that become? Negative 12x. And I have a 1 plus 4 plus 3. that is the answer to one E. Y'all can omit number 2, so just cross number 2 off. Okay.
See?
Okay. Alright, so I think that should get you. Just delete, just omit number 2. Okay.
Clear our memory so they can.
Yes, definitely clear your memory.